Rating climbed to 2000, episode number 5. G3, let's put the pawn in the center of the board. Control central squares, let's develop the knight. We'll check out his rating. After this game, we do get our first rating in rapid chess. He's rated 1273, so the strongest we've faced so far in the series. And how do I want to play? Let's develop my light squared bishop out the pawn chain. And then just going to look to play 26. I should have actually just copied him and played some funny system, but never mind. Let's play this. And he's looking to break open. Right now we can take. So I'm just going to play bishop e7 and castles. This is the idea. This one blunders a pawn. So not sure why I went for this one. I'm going to exchange off the queens. And I'm going to take this with the knight. Take with the knight makes sense. Let's come in. Just got to watch out for this diagonal. Can always come here. Now he's attacking this and also simultaneously attacking this. Damaging the structure does look nice because we are up a pawn. So let's take this one off. And I'm just looking to play knight to c6 on the next turn. That's the idea. So just simplifying down, we are up a pawn in the position. We do give him the bishop pair with this move, but the justification of why I've done it is because I'm going to gain this damaged structure, as you see, these pawns. So that's my justification for doing so. Let's now develop my knight. Knight to c6. Pieces must be developed. And very nice opening position so far. Really can't complain. Up a pawn. Brings his bishop into the game, attacking this one. So how do I want to defend this? Probably e5 looks good. Defended by my knight, attacks his bishop. So this looks good to me. A good way to stop it. And this is our extra pawn. We're using this extra pawn, our e-pawn, to our advantage. Bishop here, probably f6, solidifies the pawn, and we've got a nice little pawn chain going. And I just want to try and trade off his rook, so I'll probably go rook d8 right away. If he exchange, I can take with the king, bring the king to e7, and bring the other rook into the game. And we're just looking to play with extra pawn. So he comes here. Now, we can bring the rook into the game. So, let's do so. Although maybe he's looking for... No, there's no tricks just yet. If he ever takes off this knight for his light squared bishop, his light squares are going to be very weak. So he takes this one off. I need to just make sure I don't blunder. So, okay, he comes here. This looks to blunder a second pawn. I can take, and take. Rook comes here. Bishop comes here defending. b3 here. a4. Bishop here. Takes, rook takes. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. But I think it's correct. Takes, bishop takes, rook c1. Always have knight d4. Then he's got bishop back here. And he's looking to take advantage of that bishop placement. Bishop comes back. Then this pawn's going to be on pre. It feels right in the position though. It feels like the correct response. So let's take. Bishop takes. We don't have to capture. But it does look nice. Here, b3 here. a4. Bishop here. Takes. Rook takes. Okay, we're happy with this now. I mean, this is not as good because now we've won a second pawn. Because now I can take. Rook comes here, I can bring the bishop back here. So yeah, this one wasn't as good for our opponent than he would have thought. So now if he comes rook c1, we're going to plant the bishop here on this beautiful square on d5, protected by the whole game by this pawn. It can never be moved. So he comes here. I'm going to solidify the pawn chain. Strong pawn chain, all on dark squares. No check here. Bishop nicely protects this one. And I'm just going to look to bring the king up and bring the rook into the game. It's going to be so-called opposite colored bishops, but we do have a pair of rooks on the board. Therefore, the position is not as drawable as if we just had two bishops. So that's something I'm going to look out for. This move, he's not trapping the bishop. We can always come down here. So this move makes sense to me. Bring the king up. Looking to bring my rook over. Check. I can bring my king up again. So my king's slightly more active in the position. And now he's attacking this. So I'm going to bring the bishop to e4. Defending this pawn. Very important. Check, we can slide up and this pawn's protected. So let's go for this. Pawn is protected. Bishop can sit beautifully for the rest of the game here. So if he tries to occupy the file, I'm going to place the bishop on d5. So there's no infiltration squares for the rook. So he comes here. I'm going to bring the bishop back. Beautiful bishop placement. Just need to be careful of him looking to to bring his rook over here, swinging it over here to attack this weakness. This is a weakness in the position and need to be careful of it. So that's exactly what he's going for with this move here. He's looking to come over. So where do I want to play? Here, here, here is not what I want to go for. Here, here, here is an option. Let's play with the rook. It's not playing, so let's look to play with it. If he moves his bishop away, okay, he's come here, so let's just slide here. Defend these pawns. And now we're going to look to just slowly improve the position. So as I said, this is not easy sailing from here. So probably this one, I want to start using these pawns. So let me come here. This is also an idea, potentially. Many ideas, but let's try and play slightly quicker. These are doubled pawns, so if I can get rid of them, we will be happy. So that's going to be my plan. Bishop can always sit here. He's not going to be able to take advantage of it. So maybe here and here. This is an idea. Then it means our rook's got scope to come into the game. So just slow play to build up in the position. Slow and steady wins the race in the endgame. We just don't want to blunder. So as I said, this looks fine now. Pushing on. This one next makes sense. And if he plays down, we're of course going to push on. This is a pass pawn defended by the bishop. So he comes here instead. Okay. Now I'm going to push on again. Everything's defended. King defends everything. Rook can always come up here if he reroutes. And always got ideas of sacrifices here as well. So this is stopping this one, which would win the piece. So now I want to just slowly improve all the pawns. So let me come here and here. And then I can look to bring my king in. Ideas of eventually when I can bring him a rook, this will be nice. Okay, now he's coming here. And don't want to let him exchange off that pawn. But maybe we can claim that this is a weakness ourselves. So this is an idea. Saying we're going to bring our king into the game this way. This is an idea in the position. This one is now not pinned, so this is a possibility as well, which actually looks quite tempting because if takes, rook becomes active. Yeah, this looks very nice. So this is, I like this move, king e6, because this is now a big threat in the position. When the rook would open up, once we can infiltrate his position with the rook, it becomes a lot harder to defend. We're so-called threatening to come over this way. This one would be lovely if the pawn wasn't there. So he's looking to, what's his idea? Come over or something? I don't understand this one. This is defended, no infiltration squares, let's push on. Cannot take, this is pinned. And this is now very good, we're going to win a pawn here. Push on, we take his rook, he's got to capture. This pins it. If he doesn't capture, if he moves his rook over, takes, and not rook takes, I would blunder the pawn, so bishop takes. And we've won a second pawn. So we're making slow but steady progress, and that's the way I'm trying to play in the endgame. So here, now we can take for free. If he captures back, rook takes. We infiltrate into the position. And look at this. Now we're happy that double pawn has been eradicated from the position by pushing on twice. Bishop is beautifully placed here. And I just realized if he takes, we will be an opposite color bishop endgame, but we're up 3 pawns. And this should be enough because this is a weakness. We can bring our king over. So he's not interested in such. And now we come here. Surely this is the right move. Surely this is the right plan. Rook cannot infiltrate on this square to come after our pawn because the bishop's placed here. And this is very unfortunate for opponent to play. Our next move, which pawn do we capture? I want to capture this pawn because this one is further down the board, so it's weaker. He's now looking to infiltrate. This is his idea. Okay. If he wins this pawn, I'm not so fussed. Takes. Rook comes here. King over. Takes. Takes. And then we've got the H pawn to run up the board. This one does look quite annoying. And yeah, I'm going to play annoying chess. I don't want him to get any counterplay. Of course, this looked winning, but let's not let him get any counterplay bringing in his rook. We're going to play here, and I'm going to bring my king over to take this pawn. Everything is super solid and defended, so why allow him to have any play, any chances, any hopes of looking for a draw? We don't want to allow that. So his rooks come here. Now, I'm going to bring my king over again, I believe. Threatening here now. This is my idea to come and win this pawn. Gives me a check. I missed this one, so he's stopping me coming over. Fair enough. I'm going to have to come back. This was a good move by my opponent. And in that case, I'll say okay. I mean, this one looks losing. I can come here, attacking his bishop and also attacking his rook. Here as well makes sense. Here, bishop here. Takes. Takes. A4, is that endgame winning? Yeah, this endgame must be winning. Must be winning up 3 pawns. Must be winning. I don't believe it. Okay, this one blunders the bishop. Yeah, okay, gets this one, but this shouldn't be enough. Let's just bring my rook behind for now. It's passive. We're up a full piece. This won't work for my opponent. This one's defended. Just slow play. Okay, this one I'm going to happily take. Won another pawn. Why not take it? We don't mind if it's doubled. Now I'm going to bring my king over. Attacking his rook. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. In that case, I'll play here and here. That's going to be my idea. Okay, comes this way. Now I don't like that because king slides here. And how does he defend his pawn? Probably better was to push down there. This was no need. Now it's very hard for him to find anything. Rook here. Okay, just take this pawn. I don't mind if my king's stuck in this rank. He's not going to be able to checkmate me. King comes anywhere on this file. Rook here comes. So pawn here, he's looking for this one. We have both of these options. This one as well makes some sense. Or I can just take this one off, no? Yeah, this one can just be captured. Won another pawn. And yeah, now I can come here. And he's got to exchange this off. King's got squares. And this is just GG's. So interesting game here. Very interesting game. He'll probably resign now. He does. Hopefully you found it instructive. And let's see the rating. 1300. So we're We're 1,300 now. Rating climbed to 2,000. If you found this series enjoyable, make sure to drop a follow.